In my horror film opening, I used flickering white titles, as from my research this was common in other horror films. As the titles are flickering and not stationary, this suggests to the audience that something is about to happen and could entice the audience as it suggests the genre of the film. These continue throughout the opening, helping to break it up and build up to the actual start of the film. The first shot in our film opening is of the house in which the film will be set. We found this was another common convention used in horror film openings and thought it would help the audience to picture the type of location. This also helps them to know the time of day and what the weather is like. Both things are important in setting the scene. Something we didn't find was common in the horror genre was the use of the dolly shot. We used this in order to show the isolation and loneliness of the character as she sleeps. This once again allowed the audience to see more of the setting to build up a picture of the character's life. Another common convention we used was phased blacks, allowing us to show the time passing as the character sleeps and to break up the filming so that it doesn't get too boring and tedious for the audience. We chose a home setting, once again a common convention in horror films, as we felt it was the most relatable and realistic place for the character to be. Nightmares are something that everyone will have experienced, so this is a theme that the audience would definitely be able to relate to, allowing them to empathise with the character. She is wearing typical nighttime clothes and is in a lifelike setting to continue to keep the opening realistic and lifelike. Another thing we used that challenged the norms for horror films was the narration that allowed the audience to know the character's thoughts and feelings. We used this due to the lack of dialogue. Something else we challenged with our opening was the use of very short, quick shots, only allowing the audience a snapshot of what the film is about and the content of the nightmare. If we were to make the whole film, it would then explain to the audience what they are seeing. Therefore, this creates an enigma code and a reason for the audience to keep on watching. In the film 7, the V is substituted for the number 7 to fit with the title of the film. In our film title, we changed the I for a question mark, as this fits the content of our film and makes the title appear more interesting. This also creates an enigma code for the audience, as they would question the reason for the use of the question mark. Lastly, we used a little girl's laugh to signify the end of the opening and the start of the actual film. We developed this from the use of other child-related things seen in other horror films.